na Rais Uhuru Kenyatta kwa mabalozi katika mataifa mbalimbali imeanza leo katika bunge la taifa. Kamati ya usalama wa taifa na masuala ya kigeni chini ya mwenyekiti wake Katoo Ole Metito tayari imewahoji John Tipis na Benson Ogutu. Vilevile mwingine aliyehojiwa ni Immaculate Wambua ambaye ameteuliwa kama balozi wa Kenya Ottawa nchini Canada. Tuvuke kule tufuatilie msasa huo ukiendelea.
Have lost livelihoods. Even if they have not lost their lives, they have lost livelihoods, they have lost their income, they have lost their savings for years. So how are you going to apply your experience, say, in the AU seat in Addis Ababa to deal with it politically? Because I think that this will call for political democracy to be able to sort it out. Secondly, I commend you for your referees. You are a true global citizen, and I hope that one time someone will use me as a referee in a far country. I will feel very good. So that one I think is commendable as a global citizen. And the issue of visas, this we must get a way to unlock it. We have sat in this committee for 3 years. I know we have talked about it over and over, and we have not been able to do it. I think a person sitting in America would find it easier to enter South Africa than a person sitting in Kenya to enter South Africa. And I think it's ridiculous. So how will we even involve AU in these discussions? And finally, in 2011, there was a joint trade committee that was formed when Kenya was working on some preferential trade agreement. How far do you think this conversation has gone, and what do you think we'll do different to enrich it and to ensure that it's implemented and actually improve the trade relations between the two countries? Thank you.
Thank you, Chair. First and foremost, I want to congratulate you, Ambassador Catherine Muigai, for being nominee to South Africa. Secondly, I've gone through your CV, which is very well presented, as my colleague has just said. Now, in 2018, I was privileged to go to South Africa in my previous committee for a CPA meeting. And one of the things that came out very clear was that most of the South Africans, Kenyans who are there, were dissuading us from taking our students from Kenya to go and study there. Because when they go there and they're not under home care, they tend to get into drugs, in so many, I would call un-Kenyan culture of living. So as you go, if you are approved to go to South Africa as the ambassador, what plans do you intend to put in place so that as parents, when we take our kids there, that we feel that they are safe? And thirdly, right now, the trade between South Africa and Kenya is not very elaborate. And I'm interested to know what are some of the collaborations that would wish to have improved or even to bring, so that we have even advantages Kenyan between the trade and South Africa. Thank you, Chair.
Thank you. Balozi, respond. Be brief so that we take the last round.
Thank you very much, Honorable Chairman and Honorable members, for your questions. The first one was, what would I do differently? Where might I have failed? One of the things, Honorable Chairman, Honorable members, that I said is, I did feel, of course, a disappointment that we were not able to implement the special status agreement that was signed between Kenya and Ethiopia in order to open up trade between our two countries. That for me is a personal disappointment, even if that maybe some of it had to do with the regulations of Ethiopia. I think what I have learned from my experience is that there is no equal to hard work. I think in diplomacy, you must just walk and walk and walk and talk and talk and talk, ensuring that you continue to engage and really not taking anything for granted, not taking anything because this agreement was signed but it has not been implemented, that you assume it will just be implemented, but just making sure that you follow up and follow up and follow up consistently and persistently to ensure that indeed it is implemented. So I think really that is what I have learned, and I think that I have seen that bear fruit, because it does really prove to somebody, whoever it is that you're dealing with, that this is a matter that is of importance to your country and that they will pay attention to it. So really, it will be really to just expand on what I have learned, to expand on that I need to make sure I have excellent relationships with all the stakeholders, from government to private sector to the Kenyans in diaspora, to all the people who might positively influence my work and to the benefit of our country. So that's really what I can say, that I'll just build on the experience that I have thus gained. On the issue of xenophobia, Honorable Chairman, Honorable Members, I know, I understand the pain and really the concerns that you have, especially because of your docket and what you look after when we have these issues where Kenyans lose their livelihoods, they are hurt, they are maimed. So really, it is a very political issue, Honorable Chairman and Honorable Members. And I do believe that there is a place for the African Union to engage with this matter. I do remember that while, because Kenya is on the Peace and Security Council of the African Union, this is a matter that came before us. And there were certain measures that the Peace and Security Council said to the government of South Africa that they would like to see them put in place to ensure that this matter is managed and it's handled, because it cannot be that, as we all know, Africa has supported South Africa to gain independence, and now it's turning around that they are the same Africans that are suffering. So, and I know there was
Mtazamaji, huyo ni Catherine Muigai Mwangi ambaye anapigwa msasa hapo ili kuweza kuchukua nafasi ya kuwa balozi wa Afrika Kusini Pretoria iwapo atafaulu. Tunaendelea kuweka jicho letu kule, ni msasa huo wa mabalozi mbalimbali ambao watachukua nafasi na nyadhifa za kuiwakilisha Kenya katika mataifa tofauti duniani. Katika taarifa nyinginezo, wanaume kutoka maeneo ya kijiji ama